Hello! We're starting off out of town, and our first stop is Spirit Halloween. Andrew was very excited, and I wanted to kind of see how he reacted to some of the animatronic things that they have. I wanted to see if he kind of got spooked. He was very excited. He wanted to go up and touch everything. So this was the first one that we saw, and it kind of jumped out, and he was kind of surprised. And then we kind of laughed and said, "Oh my goodness, they got spooked us." So then he was kind of interested in everything, and then we kind of wanted to see how he was going to react, because there is so many different Halloween activities that are going on, and then we really wanted to see if he was going to enjoy it. Monkey. Sorry, I'm not the best at vlogging this because I'm trying to be in the moment, but I do want to share a little bit of what they have here. It was all in one area, which was kind of nice. It was a nice display, but I think we would have enjoyed it more if it would have been like spread out throughout the store. It wouldn't have been as overwhelming and kind of like not in such a small space. But Andrew was ready to go up and see what there was. Some of them just kind of moved around and talked, and then other ones were kind of jump scares, but he was enjoying it. This one here kind of startled him a little bit, but we were keeping it light. We were laughing, we were smiling. This one reminded me of Supernatural.
You're trespassing on hallowed ground.
It just made me think of that episode of Supernatural with the scarecrow in the small town. So we were just going around, seeing how everything was, and then before we left, we went back to the first one that really kind of startled Andrew, but he went up to it, stepped on it, he was smiling, laughing. So I think it's a really good test to see what we can try out this year and then expand from it from year to year. So it takes time to try new and different things. And the other day, Andrew was watching Beetlejuice. I was kind of surprised about it, but I think there's certain scenes and music that he does get interested in. And we were kind of curious to see if he was interested in a new costume this year. We did look at Walmart. And the reason is last year he saw the Scooby-Doo one and he threw it in the cart. He was so excited. He tried it on. So we were kind of seeing what his reaction was. And after he put this one on, he hung it back up. So he knows if he really wants it, he'll keep it. But it was nice to look around and see what there is, like if you were wanting to add a new thing to your display. But, Spirit Halloween is a little bit pricier than your normal stores because it is kind of a specialty. And I found that, Value Village used to be, everything Halloween, and I find since the pandemic, they don't really even have new costumes. It's mostly thrifted ones, but it was nice to see some familiar faces. SpongeBob. They even have costumes for your pets. These are cute, but the ones at the dollar store are a little bit more affordable and probably realistic with how much your little furry friend is gonna wear it for. And of course, we're at Costco too. It was very busy. I'm not great at vlogging in these situations, but I'll try and do the best I can to share some items. I noticed a new stand mixer, Cuisinart. I'm not too sure about the knob, but if you buy it at Costco, they're great for returns. And then I also saw these baking sheets were on sale. I did buy them. I haven't used them yet, but that is a great price for 3 of them, and these were the socks that I wanted to get. This was on my list. I just went with the black ones, and they also had Roots sheets, but they only had them in the twin or the king. I wasn't looking for sheets, but I know Roots is usually pretty good quality, and they have lots of items that I think make good Christmas gifts. Some people might not agree, but there's lots of people that don't buy this for themselves. So if you make up a gift basket or a box or something of all sorts of different things, I just find these are great quality. And then they had this Smeg toaster. I think our daughter was asking for a coffee maker. These are the slow cookers that I bought. I haven't tried the big one yet. I did try the little one. And then I saw this on social media, the Tupperware pitcher with the glasses and the lids for $15. I think this was $80 when it first came out. So I don't think it's sold very good. But then I also realized that they had more Tupperware bowls. So I think they don't have the catalogs or the parties or whatever they used to have, but my mom had Tupperware. I remember her making like Jello and Dream Whip and all of that to have for desserts. And I thought these were really pretty too. The bowls, like the three of them that stack inside, really pretty. Mixing bowls. I don't know. I like certain mixing bowls for certain things, and then they have everything you can imagine here. And then I know a lot of people were seeing these on social media, the Dutch ovens. You get two of them. I think it's a great price. And then of course the Christmas stuff was out. And I said to Steve, if they had a beagle, we would be getting it for our front step in honor of Charlie for $80. I don't think that's too bad for something to bring out from year to year. And then they have that, like a jigsaw puzzle. I really would like to get one this year where you do 50 pieces a day, but it makes up one great big puzzle. So I want to try and find one that I think will be interested in. This wreath is pretty too. I know a few people that have it, and it really is nice and bright at night. Okay, that's enough for Christmas. Back to the list. They had almost everything on our list, and of course we got some things that weren't on the list. And I also wanted to share with you the wine advent calendars. I know a lot of people were really interested in them, the 24 days of cheers. And then I saw that they had another one. So if you enjoy a glass of wine at night or with dinner, I guess it's great to pick up. I'm more focused on the puzzle. And then I also noticed that they had like books, like Advent books for Christmas. I think that's a great idea. And I was waiting to share these with you. There's people standing all around them, but they were two new cakes. I think one is a pumpkin cheesecake, and then this is like an apple caramel one. These are great to pick up to have for Thanksgiving dinner, or you just don't feel like making dessert. And they probably freeze really great too. And then we stopped at Firehouse Subs. Andrew got the pizza sub, and then Steve and I got like the Thanksgiving one. We got the foot long because we wanted to eat half of it and then bring half home for our lunch the next day. We enjoyed the turkey subs, but we plan to bring half of them home, so that will be our lunch tomorrow. For meat, I wanted pork tenderloin and the mild Italian sausage. We also got a case of Dr. Pepper Zero, kitchen garbage bags, and then the other thing that we got was a big package of napkins. And this is everything else that we got. Andrew picked out Doritos late night fully loaded nachos, got the sourdough bread. They do have the different packages of muffins now, so this is the coffee walnut. And the ginger cookies, these freeze great, and that's what I'm planning on doing with them. The Pinty's buffalo chicken flings, these are great to have for quick, easy lunches, just even something for dinner if I'm making something that Andrew doesn't like. They also freeze great, and there's 2 packages. Just got some fruit cups. I got the peaches and the fruit salad. More of the pumpkin spice biscotti. I didn't even open up the last one, but I really do like this, and when you see it, you need to grab it. The Kinder's teriyaki with sesame and ginger. I thought that would be really nice for chicken. And then they had this pack on for $15. The dipping sauce, golden barbecue, the original barbecue sauce, and then the sticky honey barbecue. I really like the Kinder's brand, and they just go really nice for barbecue, or even if you're tossing chicken wings, or they're great for chicken. The Rayo's was on sale, so I got 2 of them, so 4 jars in total. I did get my Root socks, just nice and cozy, really good quality. And then I saw that these were on sale, so Steve tried it on. It was just a really nice color, the Nautica. So it was $25 on for $20. Staples when I see them. Broccoli cheddar soup, chicken tortilla soup, 2 of each. These freeze great too. The butternut squash ravioli, grapes, spring mix. I got some whole beans for our new coffee maker, so I got the winter blend. It's a medium roast. The Built Puff Bars, the Sweet Heat snack mix. It's like nuts and seasoned almonds, cashews, honey roasted sticks. It's just really good. It's dangerous once you open it. Sour cream and cottage cheese. This was really hard to find. 2 containers of the pumpkin spice cream cheese. It's good till December. Thing of dryer sheets. Steve likes this shaving cream, and it was on sale, so we got 2 of them. The Old Spice body wash. We just really like the ones with the pump. Andrew's shaving cream, and then hubby needed some underwears, and the Columbia ones were actually on for the best price, so we got a couple of packages of that. So anyways, this is everything we got at Costco. Some coffee. I need my afternoon pick-me-up. We're still figuring out the coffee maker, but it really is a single serve. We're just trying to figure out the grind and the settings and everything, and we're using the Tim Hortons beans, and that's not my favorite coffee. And I thought the Zavita brand would be good because I have tried their flavored and it is good. But I also think that we're going to go and pick up the Thanksgiving blend from Starbucks. We really like that coffee before we open up that big bag of the winter blend. So I'm going to use my pumpkin spice creamer, and then I'm going to have a few of the biscotti in my little Charlie Brown bowl. So anyways, before I did anything else, I needed to have my coffee, and then I was going to get everything else put away. And then I kept out some of the items that I want to freeze. I bought this bread specifically for freezing, same with the cookies. We are going to have the muffins for breakfast in the morning, and then I'm going to freeze the rest. And then I got everything else to make dinner. I'm just going to make a quick pizza using the Pillsbury crust dough, whatever it is. And then I'm going to make a little side salad for Steve and I to enjoy too. And I actually have some spinach, and then the spring mix from Costco was a great price. This big container was $4, and I love the quality of it. I love a lot of the produce at Costco, but in the bigger quantities, it's hard because I'd be buying so much. But if we lived closer, like I would pop in and grab it because I do like a lot of the quality of it. Like I like the carrots, I like the green beans, I like the mushrooms. But to buy all of that at once, like there's no way we would use it all. So I got what I thought we would use, and then I'm just making up a quick little side salad for Steve and I just to have those greens. I just find it's a great way to add them into your diet easily. And then I'm just kind of taking a little bit of the balsamic glaze, a little bit of olive oil, and mixing it up. Now, if I would have been more organized, I would have gotten out one of my HelloFresh recipe cards because I know that they had a really nice balsamic vinaigrette using the balsamic vinegar and olive oil and then a little bit of seasoning, and I really liked it. So I'm just throwing this together really quickly. I know that we needed to have dinner, and I just thought the pizza would be really easy to throw together. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top of it too. And then while the pizza was in the oven, I went ahead and got all the grapes and everything cleaned. And then I also packaged them out for hubby's lunch tomorrow, so I don't need to worry about that. And then he has the leftover sub. And this pizza was delicious. I don't know, I like making my own crust, but this was really good, and it was nice to have it in the fridge to make a very quick, easy dinner for us to enjoy. So anyways, I'm just going to slice it up, serve it with the salad, and that is our quick, easy peasy dinner for tonight. I let the pizza sit for 5 minutes before I cut it, and this was really good. I know this Pillsbury stuff isn't the best thing to have, but it was nice to pull it out and just throw together a quick, easy dinner. We didn't really need a great big dinner because we had a pretty good sized lunch, but it was really good. There's a couple of slices left over to enjoy another night, and then we're just going to finish off working a little bit on the puzzle. I really do like this one. Even though it's 500 pieces, I do find it's a little bit easier because of all of the different quilts. Andrew always focuses on the signs first, but I really like that there's a lot in the puzzle, and I find when you kind of focus on the one quilt, I was working on kind of the pavement, it comes together a lot easier. So this is my second time doing the puzzle, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoyed a little peek into some of our activities today, and I will see you all tomorrow.